Hello Internet and you fantastic creatures of the beyond. We are going to attempt a Celtic knot. Now, obviously, what I'm going to do is going to be insane because you shouldn't do it this way, but I want to do it to learn mostly, and more than that, I just want to have fun with them. It's not that I want to do something ultra super mega professional in the ways that I don't know. Whatever, you know what I mean. I don't even know what I mean. Okay, let's lower some of these things. And I have some references here. Okay, so what is a Celtic knot? Well, a Celtic knot is. If I could. Well, I can show you actually. Why the heck am I even trying to explain? So basically, these are Celtic knots. Things that go underneath one part and go over the other part, and so on and so forth, but they're going in only one loop. You see? But not necessarily, it's not a written rule. Knots can be of many different types and shapes and sizes, can don't necessarily have to be only one loop. You can have chains or interconnected elements. There are many variations and there are many techniques to do it. Mm, and they all have weird names and crazy funky designs, but they're awesome. And they're mostly known for their Viking nature. Well, obviously, it wasn't just in the Viking era. It can expand more to other cultures around the Vikings as well. But anyway, let's see. We want to make something ultra funky. Actually, snazzy. So, the way you would technically do it, the simplest way that I saw that people do it is with grids. We can obviously enable our let me see, view, show grids. We can show our grids like this, but I think there is a rather easier way than this. Well, let's leave the grid for now, just to kind of exemplify. So if we're going to do, I don't know, something like so, let's put it a bit less, and let me duplicate it. And now let's take the ellipse tool. Gonna make a small circle like so. Let's make it darker. And usually, well, I'm gonna disable this. Usually you would connect one like so, one like so, one in the center, another one in the center, and obviously making them probably bigger is a better idea. Let's try something like so. I didn't select them at all. So let's do this again. Bam, bam, bam. And I think we can maybe put them in the corners. No, actually I think that's enough. So technically you could, well, I'm not doing them perfectly now, but this is just as a demonstration. So you do something like this. Although I really like it for it to be less. Let's put it as a 5. Okay. So you would make a something that comes like this. Well, the problem now is pairing it correctly, you know? And probably I would have needed a way bigger thing, so I don't know. Now we would need to go kind of around. I'm not gonna do it right, am I? I don't think so. Oh, how the hell am I supposed to do this? Anyway, I'm trying. I'm trying. Oh, this is horrible. No, this is just horrible. Yeah, so technically it would be like this. And then you would come something like this. I know the shape is horrible because I'm just trying to exemplify how it should look, not how it really will look. So we just made an infinite sign. Right now this is just horrible because I I used my mouse to draw it. And probably there is a much better way to do it. But with pen on paper you do it sort of like this. Obviously the curves are much better designed, and probably this ellipsis should have been much bigger, but we're going to kind of hack our way with this. So we delete everything. We're gonna create a rectangle, and let's do something more like, I don't know, 150 by 300. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's nice. Now let's give this something like an 80. Maybe that's too much. Let's go with a 60. Yeah, 60 looks nice. And now we have a few options here, but I would rather make it like so. So this is already set up for us to work with. Now, in order for us to make something useful out of this, we're going to duplicate it, and I'm going to lower it like so. And now I'm resetting this to us to normal sharp corners. And then, oh, whoops, not that. And then we're going to create an intermediary area, let's call it. So, what do we really want to do here? We want to create this shape. I'll show you in a moment. So I want to select this. Right now they're curves, and they are at 60 thickness. So I'm going to convert them to paths, and they're gonna look like this. Now with both of them selected, I am going to go into the shape builder tool, and I'm going to make something like this. Press enter, and that is all we needed. This is the shape we desire. Now with this shape, we're going to turn it 45 degrees. And now I'm gonna duplicate it, and I'm going to mirror it on this other side. Now I'm going to overlap it like so. That's it. That is it. Easy peasy. Now, keeping everything as a line at the sorry, their paths. Keeping everything overlapped, I'm gonna group them. I'm gonna duplicate them again. Now I'm gonna mirror them on the vertical. I'm gonna slowly, well, I'll change this to a different color so we can see what we're working with. So I'm gonna slowly push it until they overlap like this. Perfect. And there we go. It's already a Celtic knot. If I'm gonna change this color, well, it's not done, clearly, but it is a Celtic knot. So, we want to make a heart out of this. Well, now, this is gonna be a bit complicated to do. But now let's turn it back to that original color so I can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn this 45 degrees and I'm going to create something like this. Let's make it, I don't know, gray like this, remove this. So this section is only here to help us to get the center of this line, because I cannot get it otherwise. Good. Now with this in mind, I can probably even expand this up to here. And now let's think. We would really need to get a 45 degree oh, actually minus 45. Like so, and we need to put it something like this, just for reference right now. So I'm gonna take, let me first create a line like so, just so I can set up the thickness. So okay, so right now it's thickness 60, so let's test it. If I'm gonna take this and overlap it like this, everything is perfect, right? Good. So we know that the line is going to work, but clearly we want something in the shape of a heart. So we can do it mathematically, or we can use guides and things like this, but I think it's much nicer if I would just sort of freehand design it. So I'm gonna create 1 point here, 1 point here. Actually, I'm gonna create a point like so, and then maybe I can take a guide over here and go something like this. We can do correction afterwards. And now let's see, let's take another line. Maybe I should do a 45 degrees on this one. Wait. I'm prototyping right now, so I have no idea if it's going good or bad. Maybe we will want it, something like this. Why not? To go through these intersections. And here, maybe I'll want something that goes a bit like so as well here. Perfect. So let's try this again. I'm gonna go from this, I'm gonna push a bit outside. Then I'm gonna select a point around here, doesn't matter where. Pressing Ctrl to keep the direction straight. Then probably I'm gonna go directly like so. I don't like that. Let me try like this. Okay, let's see. We definitely have to find a way to fix this curve. We are gonna delete this. Okay. Looks a bit straight, unfortunately. Maybe a bit more like so. Okay. Now, let's select everything. And let's turn it 45 degrees. And not super happy with it. Let's try to center it to this guideline. Okay, let's delete some of these guidelines because we don't need them anymore. Actually, I'm gonna keep this one in the center. Like so. And now let's see. First of all, I'm gonna reduce the... I'm using this option. I'm reducing the cap so it doesn't extend past the line. Now let's try to make it a bit more circular. Perhaps I should push a bit from here. Now I left intentionally this space here because that one will help us later. Maybe... Hey, come on, deselect that. Because if we move that, it's gonna affect how this alignment is happening over here. So it's better to think a bit ahead. Still don't like this. Oh. Come on, don't select so much. Perhaps I'm pushing too much. Let me try to play with the shape. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. We're just doing small prototypes. Let's have a look. It's getting there. It's not exactly perfect. I think this is as close as we can get. Let's delete this one. Okay. So, how do we deal with this? Well, I think we should give it a mirror modifier, no? Although keep in mind that the center is over here, not over here. So let's get the symmetry tool out. Everything looks nice. We'll have a bit of an issue over here, I'm sure about that, but we're gonna fix that afterwards. So let's split the elements. So I'm splitting the elements over here, so I have two of them over like so. And we're going to flatten it. Let me save though. So flatten and voila. Now we have two parts. I'm going to select these two and I'm going to combine them. Perfect. Now our biggest issue here is the fact that this, I'm going to convert this to a path. So this corner is touching here, so it's going to connect. It's inevitable. But we're going to fix that. I think it looks pretty good. Maybe before I attach it, I can move it a bit higher. Perfect. Now, clearly, you can do it, as I said, much more mathematical and geometrical than this. But I like, you know, like if you look at Celtic designs, they're usually drawn by hand, so there are small imperfections in there. And clearly here we use symmetry, so not much in that regard, but even so, the personality comes with the small mistakes and irregularities. And clearly if I wanted to make this the same format as this, it would have been nice, but then we wouldn't have had this plump heart like so. So I like it like this. Now, let's convert it into a path. And now let's address this corner. This corner is gonna be a nightmare. So I'm gonna select it like this. Now, we're going to separate it. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna separate it here. Whoa, 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 whoa. I said separate. What? I keep pressing the wrong buttons all the time. Why is that doing that? Maybe it's too close? You're weird. Yeah, I get it, I get it. Yeah, it's connecting the shape, whatever. Now, we want... Actually, what the heck did I do? Wait, wait, wait. Oh, it's alright. They are separated, aren't they? Ah, perfect. Then they're not the same shape. Uh-huh. Oh, wait. Actually, I think I have to combine them like this to make sure. Okay, I think that should be alright. Although keep in mind that you will have small things like this. I'm not sure if I should remove them, but anyway. Good. So the first step of our heart is ready. Now let's select everything. Let's duplicate it, move it to the right over here. Maybe a bit more to the right so you can see what we're doing. And now here comes the complicated part. We're going to use the shape builder. So we want, for example, this to be over this, like so. This to be over this. This to be over this. This to be over this. Now that I think about it, I think here we need one more element. Huh. Yeah, I think we need one more element over here. We need to create a square. And I'm just gonna use the intersections. And I'm gonna make you like so. Okay, I think that should work. Now, let's reselect everything. Go into our shape builder. So this is like this, this is like this, this is like this, this is like this, this is like so, this is like so. I'm gonna go like this, and I want this to be over, so I'm gonna go like so. And you can notice that if I'm gonna press enter now, this ends over here. So I think, oh, did I mess something up here? This is a little bit weird. What the heck happened here? It should be only one element. Sorry. Well, the shape builder isn't perfect. That's weird. What exactly is happening? Well then, let's correct it manually, so we don't have any issues later on. I'm going to select this. Have a problem over here. So I'm going to break this. And now I'm going to also move this. So let's select this with this, combine it. What? Oh, this one is still connected. Yeah. Okay, let's break it apart. Okay, now you with you connect. Ouch. That's not very beautiful. We have to click it back. And now you with you connect. And we need to place you here. Now clearly we don't need this for nodes. So I'm gonna delete them to simplify the shape. Okay, let's double check it. Again, we don't need extra nodes to simplify our life. Oh. Okay, maybe we need those. Okay, I don't need this. Let's make sure. Oh, this one is double here, but I'm gonna leave it. I don't want to mess too much with it. This one has a ton of stuff. You go away. Let's see if we can also make this go away. You go away. There are other ways to do it. You can, like, for example, we can use simplify. But I rather, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And obviously I'm building a rather simplistic tool. If you're going to go for patterns or things like this that require... Okay, that isn't... Okay, I should leave that one in place. Things that are more complex or repeating and so on, then you might reconsider doing that differently. Or using some other tools. Okay. This should look okay. Perfect. Now, since this is done, let's move to the next step. We're gonna duplicate this, move it to the right over here. And since these are all shapes, I'm going to make it like this. See? Super awesome. So now, let's think. I might actually want... Let's actually duplicate this again and move it to the right here. And I might actually want to group this, duplicate it, and now let's apply an offset to it. And let's see, I'm gonna go into the negative. But as we can see, we already have an issue over here. Maybe that's too much. Let's put it at 3. I think 3 should be alright. Yeah. Okay, so let's see how we shall address this situation. Now, technically, the best solution here... No, I don't know. If I flatten it, does it transform into a path? No, it's still a line. So the way I would do it... This should be at 45 degrees. Well, minus 45. So I would place it... Well, I would eyeball it. Somewhere around here. To be kind of the... I mean, I don't even need to eyeball it. I can make it even simpler. I'm gonna... I can make from here to here and here to here and close it. Of course, I don't need this. And I can just move it upwards like this. Let me just make it a different color. Perfect. So now I can just put this like so. And now I would need to... Well, I can remove it now. I can go here and I'll create a node here, a node here. And let's think, how should I go about this? I could simply disconnect this. I could break it apart into 2 parts. Damn it. I can move it somewhere here. Doesn't really matter. And for this one, I'll break it apart as well. Come on, break yourself. What the heck? Why can't I break you? I was clicking the wrong thing. Okay, and I can go with this nearby this. And for this one, I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna combine it. Bam. And since this was in a pretty much straight line, it's not gonna make much of a difference. Now I'm gonna overlap this. Actually, let's make it safe. I'm gonna select them like so. Combine them. I'm gonna select this one, go over and combine them. Perfect. This one doesn't look like it's... oh shoot. I think I messed it up here a bit. Well, a micromillimeter there, nobody will notice. And voila! It looks fantastico. I think it shaped out to be quite good. Now let's see, if I'm going to select everything in here. Actually, you know what, let's do another duplicate. Let's have backups, why not? And now, let's see. I'm gonna look into my... where is it? Into my layers. And let's see which paths are these ones. Suppose these are the paths. So let's try to convert them to... I don't even know if I need to convert them, but let's see. If I'm gonna convert them to paths, they are going to look pretty nasty. But it's better if we have it as... oh, yeah, this one is a bit nasty here. And this is because we have... yeah, I was afraid of this. Oh, come on. Go away. So technically they should be straight. Yeah, unfortunately these things are unavoidable because Inkscape loves to add about some extra nodes just to keep the curvature, and sometimes it just adds too many where they shouldn't be added, but this is unavoidable. Okay, so you know what, actually I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna select it, I'm gonna duplicate it. Actually, I'm gonna duplicate the whole group. And let's hide it for now, the one behind it. I'm gonna make it a different outline for now, just so we can see what we're doing. And I'm gonna take the shape tool. And I'm just going to select them like so, individual parts. Well, they're all individual now. And if I'm gonna click enter, they're gonna be on top. And now if I'm gonna select a color like this, bam. Let's remove. I mean, I can leave the outline if I want. I still have the old outline over here. But I think this looks nice. Well, maybe I'll leave the outline for the red one. There we go. And now we can do all sorts of crazy things. We can shade different sides of it if we want to. We can make it pretty and awesome. Okay, this has too much background. Let's try to create a rectangle. Set it here in the back. little lower. Okay, that's the same color as that. Let's try something along like this. And now we have many options. We can either put a background for this node inside here if we want to. Actually, let's see. I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna hide the original. Let me also group this. Hide it. So I want this whole thing to be only one color, right? I think I can apply directly like this. But then we're gonna have these white seams, so maybe we can just combine everything at once. Like so. Let's make it so. Oops. Stick. Bam. Look, we've made it dark if we want it dark. And what if I want to add a white outline? Well, that's too white. Let's increase the stroke to maybe a 10. And it's looking pretty dope. I would say so. Okay, let's add gradient. What did I do? Oh, I didn't select the alpha. And let's make it a bit darker. Okay, let's push this vignette a bit. There we go. Our beautiful heart Celtic something. Of course, if we want, we can also add a gradient to it itself. Let's see. Actually, I can just add a gradient like so. Oops, but it's not that one. What the heck is this? Ah, I selected the wrong thing. So I can apply this gradient all over the group, the red parts. Although I can combine it in one shape as well, doesn't matter. And of course, this is already destructive, the way I've worked. But this is why I've created backups, in case I want to go back to one step and modify something. Again, it's not ideal, but it's there. Okay, so I wanted to create a gradient. Let's create a gradient on the group. How the heck did you make it black? Okay, so let's put it at, I don't know. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Maybe it's a bit too extreme. Let's try to desaturate the color a bit. maybe try to push it a bit lighter. Now desaturate it. Something like this. Plus this outline gives the impression of a bevel. Of course there are ways to bevel it if we really want to. But I dig it. I dig it. You dig? Maybe we can do something to this. This black is quite uniform. I mean this dark color. Let's try to do something to it as well. So without it looks a bit skimpish. So let's try to also add a gradient. Maybe I'll add a radial gradient into this one. Okay. Ooh, that's killing my eyes. Actually, That's an interesting combo wombo. Okay, let's try something else here. Let's try go towards the aqua. Oh, that's kind of killing it. Maybe a bit darker. Would help if we could create a bit of a bloom here, wouldn't it? But creating a bloom is so difficult. I'm not entirely sure how to do it yet in Inkscape to look good. Because blurring it, well, maybe. Okay, let's try something like so. Let's group everything. Okay, that's too much. Just a tiny bit. Maybe the white is too strong. Let's see if we can reduce it to something more like so. Yeah, that would work. And let's add some film grain to it, because why not? Where was it? Okay, and we're gonna go to our filters. And let's play with how much turbulence we're getting in. Okay, let's reduce the detail a bit. Okay, that looks decent. Now let's go to the blend and let's push it to... I don't know. Overlay looks nice. Okay, what else could we do here? Maybe... How do I reduce the opacity on this one? Color matrix. It's using the saturation. Okay, let's try to put 0.7, 0.3. Oh, it's not affecting it? Oh, because it's underneath. Damn it. Maybe we can blend it a bit more. No, that's too much. You know what? I'm gonna... Where are my layers? Okay, I am going to duplicate it. And on this one, I'm gonna disable the filter. On this one, on the top, let's add a blend mode. Let's see, soft light. Okay, and let's reduce the opacity. Okay, I really like this. So let's see it with the effect and without. So the effect is on. No, sorry, the effect is off now, the effect is on. Yeah, it gives so much more depth to it. I'm actually thinking of something, but let's see if we can achieve it. So let's duplicate this, put it all the way on top. Oh crap, where did I put it? Okay, here. I'm gonna give it a blur. And now we're gonna move it underneath, like so. And let's continue giving that blur. Okay, there we go. That's our glow. Something like this. Let's see the glow. Yeah, it's there, but it's subtle. I can't make it, unfortunately, any harsher than this. Maybe if I push... Maybe if I darken the colors, perhaps? Whoa, 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 whoa. It wasn't how I imagined it to be. Oh, I think it's affecting both colors. Damn it. Well, we'll just leave it at this. Because I kind of like it how it looks. Though I could actually make it an uniform color. Let's try. Ooh. Although the intensity is quite harsh. Let's... Question is, do I leave it a bit brighter? I think brighter is looking nicer. So if I would push this all the way to the top, maybe we can also give it a gradient on top of this color. But no, it was a gradient already. Maybe But no, actually I could give it a gradient for opacity. Let's see. So I can push it like so it doesn't go all the way. Now let's push it in the back. not much of a big difference here. But I'll leave it. Okay, let's see width out and width. Yeah, there is a big difference. Maybe I can even duplicate it to make it stronger. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, perhaps I'm gonna lower the opacity just a bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to this. Looks good. Maybe we can also do something to this background, because gray doesn't fit it too great. Maybe we'll go to... Let's see how a blue will... Maybe a desaturated one. Maybe more desaturated. Yeah, like that. And in the center, we're going to increase the lightning and yeah, okay. I can sit with this. So yeah, our glowing Celtic Viking heart. I don't know if it's perfect or not, but I dig it. Maybe the color is a bit harsh here when we're making the transition, but it could be fixed by dragging the gradients a bit here and there, but I'm gonna just leave it as it is. Don't want to mess too much with it because I've added already too many things on top of each other, so I don't want to unsync it and make it look weird. Okay, so I'm gonna upload this on the drive. You guys can take it apart, munch it, stick it in the fridge, do whatever you like with it. Maybe inspire you to make your own Viking knots and go to war and conquer Valhalla. Okay, you beautiful creatures of the beyond. I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye 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 bye.